Good morning. It's 5:06 a.m. here from planet Earth. Live and learn, the Gratitude Show. We start off with gratitude and patriotism here on our morning show. So I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's get it on. That's right. I was never in the military, so I have a kind of a slap-happy kind of salute. That's okay. Buenos dias. 5:07 a.m. here from Boston, Massachusetts, United States of America, North America, planet Earth, which is the third rock from the sun in the solar system, outer spiral arm, Milky Way galaxy, local group, Virgo cluster, Laniakea supercluster, known universe, somewhere within the yet-to-be plumbed and unrealized potentiality of the multiverse of all possibilities. That's right. Good morning and welcome to your day, which we format with gratitude and blessings. It's just my thing. I want to pay it forward. It's really helped me out. And you can help yourself with a little bit of gratitude. It really helps you from the inside out. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you don't mind, smash that like button while you're tuning in. Turn on those notifications if you haven't already. Subscribe. We're still a small, growing channel. It's kind of a goal. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of this year. We can do it. We can grow together. That's our motto, right? It's first thing in the morning. Welcome to Live and Learn. It's the Morning Gratitude Show, where I start my day with gratitude. It's really helped me. It helped me deal with, just life. It's not much to it. We all have our struggles. We all have something to conquer and to deal with and to balance, to negotiate within ourselves. So about 5 years ago, I started this gratitude list, and it's made the biggest impact on my life. I'm still the same person, same bank account, same shoe size. But my attitude is a lot different. My head is in a better place, and life is a lot better. So I start my gratitude list off with what I call the Foundation 8. And from there, I build on that and I elaborate. I do the Foundation 8 because I know me. I needed to develop an emotional, mental, and spiritual muscle memory. And now with the constant repetition, I use a mantra at 6 p.m., which is from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 14. I do that every day at 6 p.m. Every shower I take, I do a yoga pose where I grab my front toes and it stretches my lower back and my hamstrings. It's really good for everyone. It took me a few years to reach the floor, it did. But I do 5 actually deep ohms, the holy syllable om, and this gratitude list. And so I got a couple of different things I do during the day which spiritually center me. So I started off this gratitude list with the Foundation 8. I am grateful and blessed for my family, my friends, my faith, my freedom, my health, my union job, a good night's sleep, and a solid breakfast. And from there, I elaborate and I build on that. Let's see. I got a good night's sleep. I was out by 8 p.m. I was up at 3 a.m. That's fine. That's 7 hours. It was like mostly uninterrupted sleep. I toss and turn. I'm a side sleeper, and I have to, be wary, even while asleep, not to sleep directly on my left hip. I have to sleep like, kind of belly hip. Now, my right hip, I can sleep right on my right hip. And I curl my arm underneath a pillow. And it's like a sandwich of arm, pillow, arm, pillow. I got so many pillows, it's great. I got so many I got flannel sheets, I got fleece blankets and a big comforter. I'm ready for the winter. And yeah, it's all good. And I hope you're having a great morning. I hope that train goes all day long. And even if you have a sideways moment during your day where your peace is interrupted and your equanimity is challenged, I say to thee, use gratitude. I mean, being cognizant of my gratitude list gave me the ability to assess a sideways moment and not let it ruin my day. It gave me a neutral space where I could make a new choice. I could continue to have a shitty day. That would be a conscious choice. Or I could choose something different. And now through gratitude and blessings, I have mostly conquered my self-talk, my internal dialogue. So instead of constantly churning and reminiscing and arguing and worrying and even hoping, instead of all of this imagination, I now settle down. I have the ability for my self-talk to say, hey, how is this helping? Or you got to run your anger, or your anger will run you. Like yesterday. I had my locker open, my lock was locked, and thank God I did not have my keys resting inside of my locker. And it's first thing in the morning. People are getting ready for work, so I turn around. I go to the punch clock and I come back and someone closed my fucking locker. And I almost fucking lost it. I got really angry. But I had to tone it down. Because I work with lots of women, and women get scared around angry men, and that's just the fact. You can't, you got to watch yourself in 2025 and going forward. But it was like, who the fuck did that? What the fuck do you fucking think? No, you're not thinking. You're being some kind of fucking asshole. And it's like, Jesus, fuck. You see, that's anger. And you gotta, negotiate that. You gotta run your anger and not let your anger run you. And it happens. I still get angry. It's only natural. 1 minute. 1 minute until the choo-choo gets here. It's not a choo-choo. It's a giant electric train. Oh, I believe it's coming. You can see the headlights on the tracks. There it is, see? All right. There we go. The big part of the day. Ha 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 ha. Here we go.
That was for yourself.
All right, let's grab our seat and rest our feet as we take a half an hour long train ride into the city. It's not that far. I'm grateful and blessed that my grandfather was a tailor, and my mom was also a monogrammer. So I grew up around sewing needles and thread and bobbins and Singer machines, and so I know the basics about sewing. Who cares if it's unmanly? It's neither manly or unmanly. I mean, it's not just a woman's sphere. But okay, my brand new storm coat. The inside pocket got a tear. What are you supposed to do? What? I use it every day. I keep my inhaler in there. I keep my, my lip balm. Larry lip balm. Yeah, I had a fatal panic attack. I live by this shit, man. Well, I want to remain kissable. You never know. Is that a form of hope? I don't want split lips. And your split lips will go away if you stop drinking so much at night before bed. Trust me. But DIY, do it yourself. I mean, don't let the problem get any bigger, and take care of it. So I sewed it about a month ago, and I did it. I'm not a good sewer. I'm not, whatever. As much as I was immersed in that kind of stuff, you can. But there's always a YouTube for that. Seriously. And I looked at a YouTube just as a reminder, but like, oh, I forgot to do that. Like, make like a several knots at the end of your thread, because so it's something to anchor and hold on to. And then when you're done sewing, you gotta make it. So you gotta get yourself a little extra. Don't be cheap with your thread. You know what I mean? You gotta give yourself some space to make a few knots to secure your sewing job. And it's not pretty, but it's functional. And I don't want my pocket to tear. You know what I mean? I've already gone fishing for stuff in the corner of my coat to bring it up. Inhalers and lip balm, and be like, oh geez, that's so annoying. And yeah, welcome to our day. So grateful and blessed for that. So a little DIY, fix stuff. Not as crowded as it usually is. It's 36 degrees Fahrenheit today. It's like downright tropical out there. After a week of, literally 2 weeks of freezing weather, that means under 32 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been in the 20s and teens, and even the single digits some mornings for a couple of weeks now. But that's winter. That's New England. So it's like, you get used to it, and that's why Norwegian people, run naked in the snow. I think that's a rumor.
Next stop, Wollaston.
Thank you, Wollaston. But yeah, you write down all your little blessings and your gratitudes, and they all accumulate, and they have the power to change your mind and reframe it. So all of these gratitudes, all these blessings that I'm able to recapitulate and to enumerate, have this ability to break the momentum. The inertia of your sideways and bad moment, and it gives you perspective. And through perspective, you'll see a better purpose in your own life. And after you have achieved purpose, you are granted morsels of peace, true peace. Really, wow. And it's kind of hard to tell that to a young person who's so full of spark and energy and youthful vitality and anger and purpose. Well, is that an illusion of purpose? Is that like a faux purpose? Being angry about something? Being an activist? Being an outrage culture person? What's the difference between the outrage culturists and the activist? A side of the aisle, perhaps. Motivation, subject.
Wollaston.
I don't know. I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. It's allegedly going to snow a few times this week. That's okay. I'm prepared. Go to the supermarket after work. Get some of those parfaits that I eat for breakfast. It's not a good, healthy breakfast. But it's just enough sugar to spark plug your day and to get you going. I still have to what? I still have to get going. Well, I'm unpacking like one box at a time, slowly, and I'm letting the empty boxes stay boxes and accumulate. Then I will fill those boxes with mom stuff. I think I'm at the point where it's like, okay, let's start doing that and unlocking usable space. There are 4 closets completely filled, like with purses. None of these purses match my shoes or my belts. What's a boy to do? I'm gonna donate them to a women's shelter. It's gonna be some finely attired women, petite women out there. It's great. Especially to a battered woman's shelter. I mean, because unfortunately, my mom and I have a history of that. My biological dad had to go. So by the time I'm 4 or 5 years old, he was gone. And he had a heavy hand. He was abusive, physically, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, the whole kit and caboodle. So, my hard drive was formatted with screaming, yelling, crying, hitting, black eyes, bloody noses, shouting, anger, violence. Lots of different types of violence, too. I mean, but my mom did not have a resource such as like Rosie's Place or Pine Street Inn. These are Boston places. But she had her family. Her dad and her brother. And they convinced my father, hey, you don't really have a choice here. You need to move out and agree to a divorce. And he got off kind of scot-free. He didn't get any visitation rights. He had very, very low, like, spousal payment or child support. Literally, like, he used to work for the gas department, so they would dock his pay $30 a week. So he used to get a $30 check every week from Boston Gas. That's $120 a month. And that's in like mid-1970s to 1980, early 1980s kind of money, And then eventually he got fired for like goofing off at the job. Smoking weed or drinking on the on company time. So buttons, right? That's a little history, a little Sully family history. So yeah, but we could have ended up in a shelter like that. And I'm very compassionate to that kind of story. So you have these shelters for women that will shelter women and their kids to get them out of an abusive relationship, to give them a network where they can find housing, temporary then permanent, and to find better employment, to give them training, and also an opportunity to get some stuff that you really need, like what woman looking for a new chapter in their life, looking for a new job, wouldn't need like a smart looking outfit you know, for their interview or for their first week at work, you know? Some nice scarves and, you know, pantsuit combo or whatnot. So yeah, so that's what's going on with me, you know, and eventually I'm gonna get a sofa, a brand new sofa with a pull-out bed. Not too big, because I'm only one person. I was thinking I'm gonna get this huge sofa, but it's like, I don't sleep on the couch. I got a bed. I don't nap. I rarely nap. You know, the older I get, the more content I am to nap. Like, I used to associate chronic napping with depression as a coping mechanism. Shit, my mom would come home from work. The first thing she would do would go home and take a nap. Part of it was, you know, because she worked a lot. And the other part of the part was just to escape the stress, especially me. I feel so terrible sometimes. I was such a handful. An emotionally challenged kid, you know, more than likely a very with an attention deficit. They didn't have vocabulary for that back then. They didn't have testings for that. You know, I'm surprised no doctor has ever suggested, you know, or referred me to get tested for ADHD, that I'm not on something for it. It's something I've struggled with all my life. One of my best friends, you know, his teenage daughter is like, you know, on that spectrum. And he's like, dude, you totally are. He's like, I live this. I've known you for 30 years. I've known her for 16, but I've known you for double that time. Yeah, of course he's right. But really, but again, blessed and grateful that I have doctors that I can ask for a referral to get tested and to get properly treated for it if that is the case. Like right now, I'm like talking to my doctor's office, you know. Like, well, you know, I need my panic pills. Ever since Mom passed, and as she was passing, and afterwards, it's like, oh gosh.
Change for Ashmont service, commuter rail, and local bus connections.
Sometimes they're just unbearable. It's gotten a lot better. It's been 5 months. It has been 5 months. She passed away on July 31st, August 31st, September 31st, October 31st, November 31st, December 31st, January 31st. So it's been 6 months. Okay, it's been 6 months. I forgot about September. Do you remember the 28th day of September? That's not the day, but you know what I mean, right? Don't give me a hard time. Ah, oh, boy. And so it goes. Live and learn. So buttons. But I remain blessed and grateful. It's had such a powerful impact on my life. It really has. It's taken, I don't know, like I was saying, it'd be hard to suggest this to a younger person. And to tell them, listen, if you live long enough, there is a way out of depression. Maybe?
Next stop, Andrew.
Am I in denial? I was struggling with depression all my life. Clinical depression, mood swings. I know it's still in there somewhere. But, oh, and here comes my childhood bedroom. Hello, childhood bedroom. I see you. Here you are. Waving to the phantom of little me looking out at the trains through his bedroom window. And as I always say, I don't have answers. All I have are more questions. But now I have blessings. And through blessings and gratitude, I have got purpose and perspective. And a little bit of peace. Yeah. And that's what I'd tell a younger person. It's like, listen, if you live long enough and you endure, life is suffering. Life is pain. You got to get used to it. I think Gina Davis said that to him in a movie, a spy movie. But it's also Buddhism. The world is suffering. Life is suffering. And you got to figure it out. It's not meant to be like dark. It's just meant to be realistic. I don't know. Well, you have a wonderful day. I hope that your day and your life gets better and better. And that if you are suffering from the chronic mopies, the chronic lonelies, and the chronic angries like I do, that there is a way out of that pit. And start with gratitude. Have a mantra. You become what you repeat. So, what's stopping you? All right. You have a wonderful day. We'll see you tomorrow with more gratitude. Happy
Next
Tuesday.
stop, Broadway.
And keep on keeping on, all right? God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you later with more videos. Bye-bye.